Hello everyone! I hope you're all refreshed and ready for another school day. Today's lesson is Module 1, Project Part 1. This lesson's learning objectives are: Number 1, recall the basic elements of an informal email. Number 2, analyze the information in an email. Now, today's lesson is very important as it serves as a model for you to follow while you're writing your own email in the coming lesson. So pay extra attention and follow the steps carefully. As you all know, you should have your books ready and open. The student book should be on page 13, while the workbook should be on page 9. Okay, let's get to it then. Based on the title and the picture, what kind of email is this? Is it a formal email or an informal email? Think about it for a minute. The title says, My Hobby. You see the picture of a kid playing. What do you think? That's right. It is an informal email. Now, why is that? Well, it's because formal email writing should be used in places like companies or the government. That's because the sender and the receiver are not friends or family, while the informal email writing is done between friends or family members, and the topics are more open or more personal. Now, I know that we learned about the basic elements of an email before, so let's try and remember them together. Okay, let's imagine that this boy is our email. Now, each body part is very important and must not be skipped or forgotten, or else the poor boy will not be complete. Now, I need you to follow these steps, these elements in the same order when you're writing your own email next lesson. Okay? Now let's start from the top. All right. You must always start the email with a heading. You know, like a head. Yes. Let's see an example. Hi, hello, dear, and then follow that with the name of the person you're sending the email to. Okay? Then we go to the second element or the second part. That's right. It's called the greeting or the opening sentence. We need a sentence to start our email. We can't just go straight to the topic. It's rude. We need something polite, like a greeting. Let's see the example. How are you? Very simple, very polite, and works. Okay, now the third part or element in our email is the body or the details. Now this part is very, very important because this is the part where you discuss the topic of the email in details. All right, this is where you start with the main idea of the email and then follow that with extra details to support your idea. All right, a good way to start the body part is this sentence. I'm writing this email to tell you, and then you start with the topic. Now, the fourth part we need is, that's right, the closing sentence. We opened our email and we talked about the topic and the details, so now we need to close the email with a closing sentence. Do you want to see an example? Okay. Write back soon, or I'll see you soon, or I'm missing you so much, and so on. A very nice polite sentence in the end to wrap things up in the end. Okay, now finally, the last part that you need is, yes, the signature. What is a signature? That's right, it's where you sign your name, you write your name. But before that, let's add a very small word. For example, yours or by, and then you sign your own name. So once again, the basic elements are heading, greeting, opening sentence, then the body, and after that the closing sentence, and finally the signature. All right, let's check our memory. Order the elements of the email correctly. Now, we have signature, closing sentence, greeting plus opening sentence, body or details, and heading. Now, as you can see, these elements are not in the correct order. So, what I need you to do is to kindly pause the video, order the elements correctly, and then check your answers later. Wow, you did it! So the correct order would be, yes, first the heading, that's right, and then the greeting or the opening sentence, very good. And then the body or the details or the topic, and then the closing sentence, awesome. And finally, the signature. Great job, everyone. Now, I need you to move to the student's book. All right, look at the email and recognize the stages. Okay, so on the top left of the email, what do you see? That's correct. Hi, Jamil. What do we call it? True. We call it the heading. We call it the heading. Very good. So we can use either hi, hello, or dear to start our email and then write the name of the person we're writing to. After the heading, what do we need? Really good. We need the greeting or the opening sentence. In our email today, we have, thanks for your email. I hope you're fine. I'm writing to tell you about my hobby. So we use the set phrases. For example, how are you? How's life? I hope you're fine. I'm writing to tell you about, and so on. Okay, now we're done with the greeting. What do we add next? Yes, do you guys see the big fat paragraph in the middle with lots of details and stuff? Yes, what do we call it? Brilliant, we call it the body. Very good. Now that we've chosen that we need hobby for our topic, we're going to give information about our new hobby. So, what do you need to mention? You need to mention some details. For example, why do you do it? And who do you do it with? When or how often do you usually do it? And what are you working on at the moment? Or you can add other stuff from your own choosing. Okay, now we're done with the third part, which is the body. If you look at the last two lines in the email, what do you see? Yes, write back soon and tell me about your hobby. Bye for now. And Malik, what do we call these two parts? Awesome job. Awesome. We call them closing sentence and the signature. Now, when we finish our email, we can use bye for now, or we can use see you soon, write back soon, best wishes, or even love, and then we write the name in the end. All right? Now that we know the elements, let's read. So on the same page, exercise 1, below is an email Malik is going to send to Jamil. What is Malik's new hobby? What is Malik's new hobby? Read and answer. So what I need you to do, guys, is pause the video, read the email, and underline the answer, and then check later. Outstanding. Very good. So the answer is right here. Very good. So what is Malik's new hobby? He does 3D puzzles of famous structures. Very good. He does 3D puzzles for famous structures. Very well. This is a piece of cake so far, right? Now let's move to the workbook. Exercise 1. Read the email in the student's book again and answer. Now, in order to answer these types of questions, you need to locate what are you looking for. For example, in number 1, what is Malik's new hobby? Now, if you look at the question word, what? Very good. What? Here, we're asking about a thing. We're asking about a thing. And now, what is our keyword here? That's correct. It's Malik's new hobby. Very good. So we're going to look for that. Okay. In question 2, when does he usually do it? When does he usually do it? This time, I am not asking about a thing. I'm asking about the time. Now, what about my keyword? That's correct. It's usually. Very good. So we're going to look for that as well. Question 3, where does he do it? Where does he do it? This time, we're asking about, great, we're asking about a place. We're asking about a place. And then the keyword, he do it. So where does he do it? Okay. And then question 4, what is Malik's working on at the moment? Again, what? We're asking about a thing, and then the keyword is at the moment. Very good. At the moment. Finally, the last question. What is Malik's going to do next month? So, again, what? Asking about a thing, and the keyword is next month. Amazing. Very good. So, here you go. The question words, their meaning, and the keywords. I need you to pause the video, answer, and then check later. Okay, let's see if you got them all correct. Question 1. What is Malik's new hobby? His hobby is doing 3D puzzles. Very good. Question 2. When does he usually do it? He does it in the evenings. Very good. And then number 3, where does he do it? He does it at home. Remember the place? Very good. And then number 4, what is Malik working on at the moment? He is working on a spire tower. And finally, question 5. What is Malik going to do next month? So, the answer is he's going to visit Doha. Great job, everyone. I'm so proud of you. Well, that's all for today. And thank you all for your cooperation and for your attendance. I'll see you next time.